Afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Marauding Metalheads. And this video is different in that I felt like I needed to respond to the comments that I'm sure you've all heard by now by Roger Waters, Pink Floyd. This is totally unscripted. I've literally just switched the camera on. I've thought about it and I felt like I needed to respond really. Not that my comments would really make any difference, but you know, if I can vent, I can vent. So yeah, comments. Well, let's listen to it first. So I'm going to put the video up. I may get a fucking strike for this, to be honest, but I'm going to put it up anyway. And if I get done, I'll get done. But before we do anything, watch the clip.
Ozzy Osbourne, who just died, bless him, in his whatever that state that he was in his whole life, we'll never know. We didn't, although he was all over the TV for hundreds of years with his idiocy and nonsense. The music, I have no idea. I couldn't give a fuck. I don't care about Black Sabbath. I never did. Right. I have no interest in biting the heads off chickens or whatever they do. I couldn't care less. So I'm more interested.
Just for the sake of artistic integrity, I think it was a bat he bit the head off of.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, that's even worse.
Yeah, pretty derogatory, weren't they? Pretty nasty. Considering it's been, 3-4 weeks since he passed away? Pretty sick, pretty well. The timing's horrific. But that's Roger Waters, That's how he is. He's a sick individual. Some of his views on Palestine, on Nazis, and we all know what he's like. In fact, we don't all know, do we? Because he's not been relevant for, 30 years? Anybody under 40 probably never heard of Roger Waters. But yeah, for me growing up, I was never into popular music, pop culture music, pop music. I was never into that. I was never into music at all until my dad gave me a Black Sabbath album when I was 11. And I've been a metal fan ever since. Believe it or not, I used to be quite a geeky kid, tall, skinny. Didn't have a lot going for me. I was not, I wasn't bullied or anything like that, but I was never one of the popular kids at school by a long stretch. But once I got into heavy metal, I found my group of people. And I've been passionate about my music and my heavy metal, hard rock and metal since. And for me, this is not just a slight at Black Sabbath. Or it's not just a slight at Ozzy. It's a slight at every one of us that follow heavy metal, hard rock. People like me, millions, and there are millions of us on this planet who've given our lives dedicated it to heavy rock, heavy metal music. So Roger just literally just dismissed every single one of us. Don't get me wrong here, I absolutely adore Pink Floyd. Absolutely love them. Them first few albums my dad gave me when I was young, when I showed an interest, he gave me the Black Sabbath albums, but he also gave me Pink Floyd albums, and I've been a massive Pink Floyd album fan ever since. Love them. But Roger Waters himself, well, he was thrown out. Was he thrown out? I think he was thrown out of Pink Floyd 30 years ago because he's a scumbag. His views on the world are just sick, to be honest. So really shouldn't, in one way, he's got his way really, hasn't he? Because he's not been relevant for 30 years. All he's known for nowadays is spouting his venom in the press, including at Sharon Osbourne. And maybe that's where it's come from. Maybe it's just another dig at Sharon. I don't know. But yeah, it's a dig at every one of us. And I feel like I need to defend our music. I never normally feel the need to defend our music. Why should we defend it? We shouldn't. We love what we love. We know the quality of our music. We know that, yes, it is different and it is divisive, but every one of us into it are passionate about it. And I'd never feel the need to defend it, because it is, why should I? But this, I feel I do. As I say, none of this is scripted. I thought about it, a few bits, you know, what I could say, but I'll never remember it anyway. So if I do bumble along a bit, I do apologise. But this is straight from me, straight from there. So yeah, it's all them albums that got me into metal, and all these people that I've met over the years through my love of metal. I've got hundreds of friends, and they're all there because of my love of metal. And he's insulted every fucking one of us. Every single one of us is insulted you. And that's why I get so defensive. Ozzy's been dead, 3-4 weeks? And it hit the metal community and the hard rock community hard. Really hard. Why the fuck did it feel... Look, we're all entitled to our own opinion. Right? We can say what we want. It's a free world. But for fuck's sake, have some sort of fucking respect. The guy is still fucking warm. And this off the back of the Back to the Beginning show. One of the greatest music events. And no, I will say music. Right, because other than the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, I don't think there's ever been a bigger musical event ever in this world before. Certainly not, obviously, it's certainly the biggest in metal, clearly. But even all these live aids and all that, that was just driven by fucking bullshit by people like Roger Waters. You know, I'm not going to get into that now, but yeah. I mean, is Roger Waters bitter? Because he's not getting any publicity anymore, because no fucker knows him anymore. I think that's what it is, because like I said earlier, he's been irrelevant for fucking 30 years. Right? But I tell you what, Roger, you've got what you wanted, didn't you? Because now you're back in it. Because you're going to have about fucking 10 million metalheads fucking after your blood. So yeah, with that in mind, every single person who's watching this, spread this video, share this video, right? Right, and let's spam his fucking... I'm sure he's got social media because he needs somewhere to spout his shite. Let's just spam the fuck out of him. Let's let him all know what we fucking think of him. To insult our leader, to insult Black Sabbath, 4 working class guys, born with nothing, got fuck all, in an industrial city in the UK. They had nothing. They fought all the bias. They fought back from injury and just carried on, and they did it. They came out of the Midlands and they fucking did it, and they made something of themselves. And this guy has the fucking gall to turn around and say what he did. What a piece of shit. Honestly, it makes me sick. People like Roger Waters. Honestly. But is it because heavy metal's just a target? Is it a joke? Well, we all know it's not, don't we? Unbelievable. What Black Sabbath have done for music. And not just metal either. All sorts of music. All genres of music. I guarantee you can go out in the streets today and you can speak to people from the ages of 6 to 96, and every one of them would have heard of Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. Can we say that about Roger Waters? Can we fuck? Because you're irrelevant, mate. Totally irrelevant. You've done fuck all for 30 years. Apart from insult people, be hurtful. I mean, there's a guy who literally said his own mum was a fucking Nazi or something and didn't deserve to come out of a concentration camp. Don't quote me on that, but it was something along them lines. He's just a fucking wrong 'un. He's a horrible bastard. And I say this is not me attacking Pink Floyd. I love Pink Floyd. Their music is it's fucking amazing. I love Pink Floyd. I've brought up with Pink Floyd. My dad, my late dad, was a huge Pink Floyd. We even had it at his wake, Pink Floyd music. So yeah, it's definitely not a slight at them. But yeah, it's not just, like I said, it's not just an insult on Ozzy's family, Black Sabbath. It's an insult to every single one of us who follow rock and metal, isn't it? That's why I look at it. You're insulting all of us. You're a British fucking band. You're a British guy. You came out of the same genre. You came out of the same era. You should all have each other's fucking backs. You should. You know, surely back in the day when you were all starting off in the late 60s, you all had each other's fucking backs. So why now would you come out? Ozzy was a huge Pink Floyd fan as well, by the way. Huge Pink Floyd fan. And I'm sure Ozzy wouldn't give a fuck. He would have just laughed this off. He would, wouldn't he? In fact, I think Kelly said that, and I think it was late last night. She took part in an interview somewhere. I can't remember where it was. In fact, I'll read it to you now. She's speaking in the interview. She said that Waters' comments were disgusting and ignorant. My dad gave his life to music, to entertaining millions of people around the world. For someone like Roger Waters to dismiss all of that with such cruelty is beyond insulting. Black Sabbath changed music forever. My father was part of something that gave birth to heavy metal. For Roger to pretend that he doesn't care, it just shows bitterness. Absolutely. If you're going to insult someone, at least get your facts straight. My dad biting the head off at a bat has become one of the most infamous moments in rock history. Roger trying to use that as a punchline just shows his ignorance of the culture and the history of rock. My dad would have laughed. Yeah. He was never the type to waste energy on bitter people. But as his daughter, I can't just sit back and let someone tear him down. He deserves respect. If you don't care about my dad or his music, that's fine. But keep his name out of your mouth. My father earned his legacy, and you can't take that away. Kelly Osbourne. Fucking right on, girl. That's a great statement. And while we're on the subject of statements, Jack's also released one, if I can find it. This is class. Go, Jack. Hey, Roger Waters. Fuck you. How pathetic and out of touch you've become. The only way you seem to get attention these days is by vomiting out bullshit in the press. My father always thought you were a cunt. Thanks for proving him right. Fucking go, lad. Bang on, mate. Yeah, it's pathetic. As I said, everybody's got a right. Everybody's got a right to say what the fuck they want. And I'm sure Roger Waters would say that. But it's the timing, Roger. It's the timing. The guy has only just been fucking buried. His family are still in the early stages of the grieving process. You come out with this. What the fuck is the matter with you? You're a piece of shit. And as I said earlier, every single one of you metal fans out there, hard rock, or anybody else for that matter, especially you guys who are all under 40, have probably never heard of that prick until today. Well, look, we've got welcome to knowing Roger Waters. Okay? The guy's been irrelevant for fucking 30 years, and now he's relevant again because of his comments. So all of you youngsters, you're under 40s, who now know who Roger Waters are, get on your fucking keyboards, get on your social media, right, and let this prick know what we really think of him. Fucking go and do it. Right, sorry about the rant. That'll do me. I've said my bit. Remember to leave some comments. Definitely leave comments on this. You know, have I been out of line what I've said? I don't think so. But you might think differently. Yeah. Leave a comment. Let me know. And obviously, subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow it. I've got loads of really cool stuff coming up, including I'll share it in a different video. I'm going to speak about it in a different video, so I'm not going to say anything, but please subscribe. I really want to grow the channel. Obviously, like the video, okay? And please share the video now. Let's let the fucking hard rock and metal community fucking know. Let's let all the younger members of our community know. Let's let them know who Rogers Waters is. Let's let him know what sort of person he is, and let's spam him and fuck him up. Catch you later. Keep watching. Keep rocking. Keep it fucking real. See you later, boys and girls.